harvest for you guys, about 15th for me. We're going again on white Milo this time rather than red. The difference between white and red is strictly just color and the application for which it's used for. White is a lot more used in food grade, cat food, dog food, bird food, human consumption, whatever it may be, just basically because of the color. If you have red Milo and try to do the same thing that you do with white Milo, it will tint whatever you're doing red, which to the eye is kind of ugly, but for the purpose, it really means absolutely nothing. The thing about sorghum or Milo that really is eye-catching for human consumption is it is naturally gluten-free. There's zero gluten in it, to where other crops like wheat has a high gluten count. Milo has none. So it can be used for flour, and I have seen it in a couple instances where they do replace whatever they're using with sorghum-based products for gluten-free uses. Today we finally have the third combine running. You can see it going over there. It does not have a 45-foot head on it though. We had a problem with the head. Whenever I get back to the shop tonight, I'll show you guys kind of what happened to the head. It's not good by no means, but it is what it is. So we have an old 35-foot head that we stuck on it, and we're running along. It is not as productive as a 45, but it is also more productive than if we wouldn't even run the combine at all. So there it is. Got Mom running the cart today. Pro cart operator. The tricky thing about cutting with 3 combines, but 2 heads are different, is we have a 45-foot, a 45-foot, and a 35-foot. So when you cut through and weave through the field, all of your paths are going to be on. So whenever I cut over, I jump over 4.5 passes, because it really would be 5 if we would have 3 45-foot heads, but lacking 10 feet per head per pass, shift back 20, which would about be half of a head on this. It's easier just to say 4.5 rather than 4.57 or whatever it is. See them both running in the mirror, chasing up behind me. The Milo in here in the middle is definitely not good. This is a high hill. Hard ground did not establish very well at all. But you can see up there, Milo does come back and it does look pretty decent.
Yeah, and the crack is close up a little bit. But this crack all the way on the side, and then a bunch right there.
Truck number 3 is pulling in the field. Mom is lacking 23,000 to fill it, so we will keep them moving. Despite how the Milo looks on the ground, it's surprisingly yielding okay. One more. It helps having 3 big combines with 2 big heads and 1 big-ish kind of head. Keep the trucks rolling. Ooh. Got shot it over the front. That'll be okay though. It'd be the grain carter's fault anyway, right? Except the grain carter's my mom, so I can't really give her too bad of a time. First field of the day done. Now it's time for a big move, a really big move. A whole 1.5 miles, I think. It is somewhere over in that direction. You can see kind of the grain leg on the horizon maybe. But also if you look over there, the neighbor's Case Combines are parked, doing what a Case Combine does. Not move, just kidding. To everyone who actually runs Case and Red, to each their own. Some of us just like to be different, I guess. You know, I got going down the road and completely forgot to stick my ladder in. Hopefully nobody comes, I might be in their way. Either that or the power poles might be in my way here eventually. Cooking right along on the next field of white Milo. It is a 480 acre field, about 3/4 of the way done. This stuff is a little wet. Not too bad, not too good. Last load we sent in was 16, but the load before that was 18.8, and that is a little too wet for our drying bin, but you know, it is what it is. One load isn't gonna hurt nobody too much anyways. So put it in the bin. And just like that, into the field, end of the day. that ended up being a really big day today. So this was a 430 acre field, and then we finished a 280 acre field before this. And then we also tried 2 other fields that were too wet. So we messed around for probably 4 hours this morning, and then we finally started cutting. So if we'd have cut all day, this could have been probably close to a record day for us, but it was not. Maybe tomorrow. But I think that's all for today. We're gonna end the video here, and we will see you tomorrow. I'd like to try to pump out videos daily, but you know how that goes. If we can get out 3 a week, that might be a miracle. See you in the next one.